Well, good morning and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now today I've got some watering to do. I've got to water everything that's in the indoor grow room. Excuse me. And that amounts to 14 Cattleyas, a dozen small Paphs and a dozen Phalaenopsis. So we'll just do the Cattleyas and have a look at them. Well, I've got the water ready in the yellow bucket, and what I've put in loosely is 50 parts per million of Epsom salts and 150 parts per million of calcium nitrate. So there we've got the 3:1 ratio again, which is about right. So we'll start watering these Cattleyas. We'll have a good look at them and see if there's any growth, if there's anything happening, if there's any bugs on them, and which I hope there isn't, but we'll have a good look at them anyway. Well, the first one we'll look at is this Epsom Salts. I don't know, it's a BLC, I think it's an RLC, Rhyncholalia Cattleya, and it's not doing much. It tried to flower there, but the bud blasted, and the roots are okay, but not quite happy with this plant actually. I think it needs a good repot. Anyhow, what we'll do with that, we'll put that and give it a good watering for today. I can always repot it later in the week. There's no rush to do that. And we'll put it in this this jug. Alright, just give it a push down, and it fits in nicely there. There we are. So I'll leave that in there for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll put the other one in. But while I'm waiting for that one, we'll have a look at the other ones. You see, I've got them all wired up to keep them growing up straight. This is a Laelia perenni. This is flowered last year, and that was the growth from last year, but nothing this year, nothing at all yet. So I'm expecting that will start showing some signs of growing early spring or mid-spring, something like that. But we'll wait and see what happens to that one. And this is another one that's not doing much. It's the Chongoose one White Boulder. No growth on this at all. Very small root growth, so I don't know what to say about this one. Well, we'll just keep watering it, and hopefully it takes off one day. No new growth, nothing. No nubbins, so we'll see what happens to it. There's no new nubbin there, is there? No. This is another RLC, Pink Empress, absolutely beautiful. I was going to have a bud on this or a nice flower on this until the slugs got it. That's the new growth here, the big one. And the actual new growth for this year, I think I remember telling you about a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't straighten it up because it wasn't big enough and it wouldn't bend. Well, now I've fastened it up. Look at the size of it in a couple of weeks. It's gone from down there to that tall. Now it's all wired up now to keep nice and straight up, so that's doing fine. Well, I've taken the first one out and put another one in there, and we'll give that 3 or 4 minutes. And then we've got this golf green hairy pig. And this is doing really nicely. I wired everything up, all the new growths and one thing and another, but there we go, we've got another new growth here. But that's growing straight up, so that doesn't need wiring. That's the golf green hairy pig. And then we've got the King of Taiwan, and this is growing mad. It's really growing well, is this one. The new growths are just stretching up and up and up. There they are. looking nice and purplish colour as well. That's because they're under this strong Mars hydro lights. So I'm very pleased with that. That'll look beautiful next year. This one's the straightforward Dowiana. Lovely new growth there. And that's the new growth from having it at the beginning of 2020. Came as a small plant, you can see how big it was there. And so very pleased with that and that. So I'm hoping for a bloom on this at the end of this year. Cattleyas Dowiana. And here's one which is growing absolutely crazily. I've never seen one grow as quick as this one. And this is the Cattleyas Luctone African Beauty. And look at the new growth on it. Look at the two there. And they both become bifoliate, because there is some monofoliate ones on this one as well. There's one there, monofoliate, another one there. But these are both bifoliate, and I believe they're much more difficult to get to bloom, but these look like they're doing fine. These as well are under the Mars hydro lights and showing that little bit of purpliness on the underside of the leaves. So I've got great hopes for this one. 1, 2, 3. But when you think about it, it's no wonder, because in that room at the moment, and it's what, 10 o'clock in the morning now, yeah? It's just over 24 degrees centigrade, and it's 76% humidity. And it's got plenty of air movement, so it looks like that grow room there is absolutely perfect. Same as it is for the Phalaenopsis, they're doing well. Paphs, not doing too good. Here are some of the small paths that need watering. What I'll do with these, I'll just pick them up and I'll just dip them in, you know. I'll just hold them into the water halfway up the pot, let them soak up what they can, and if it doesn't reach what roots they've got, then I'm hoping what roots they do have will sort of search the water out and start stretching down towards them, sort of trying to get the roots to look for water, if you see what I mean. They've all got the little sticks in, but I don't need to check them because they're as light as a feather, these. So I'll get these watered and put these back into place. And the way you can tell they're as light as a feather is that when I'm putting them in the pot halfway up, the water's trying to force my hand back out until I have to push it down, and then it absorbs some water. Like that. Just do one more. This is the adductum. It's just forcing my hand back up, so I've got to push it in. And I do hope that these roots do start stretching down to find the water. Well, we just have one or two Phalaenopsis to water now. Some of the larger ones, the smaller ones, got done yesterday, no, the day before, and these need doing again, these larger ones. And what's that one there? Oh, that's the what are they called? The Phalaenopsis Bellina green. And it's coming up with a nice bud there. Quite a big bud too for these. And that should be opening sometime this week or early next week. So that's been lovely. And we've got one over here which is a Bellina cross violacea. That's this one. Nice new leaf it's put up here, beautiful and shiny. These are the old leaves, they're quite nice, but nothing compared to this one. This hasn't flowered for me yet, but I'm not cutting these spikes off because they can suddenly start flowering from there again. So that's the Phalaenopsis crossed by Phalaenopsis, and this one here is the one that is flowering, the Phalaenopsis Cornings Violet. Absolutely lovely. There we are. I've got some more on down here. There we are, put them both together, they look nice. Absolutely lovely. Another bud there coming out in front. And one there, and I think there's some more buds developing at the back there. So that looks nice, that. It's a lovely one, that one. So that's about all I've got for you today. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.